let me just say this, man, because it's out there. All right, this blood is actually on their hand. I mean, you cannot escape from that. These young people who died, these are, let me say this again, these are young people like me and you who are tired of everything that is happening. So they step out to speak, to make their voice be heard. Because if they stay inside, this bill would have been passed. So they are outside to protest and to speak, their voice to be heard. What do you have to do to maintain this situation? You just need to listen to them and to do what they want. Why? Because they voted for you. There's no complication in this. You just need to listen to your people, to know what they want, and to do what they want. Because let me tell you this, guys, in a country of a lot of millions of people, and you are a single person or just few leaders, you have your own agenda you want to pass. Millions of people, they say, no, we don't want that. They voted for you. They put you there in the regime to do what they want you to do, not to bring your own agenda. No, they have their own agenda for the country, and you're doing what you want to do against people's will. I don't understand. Like, okay, I don't understand why we get here. I was talking to somebody offline, and man, I'm telling you this, man. I might not show here on the screen, but I'm just very disappointed. I'm very disappointed with the leadership in Kenya. Very disappointed. 1000% disappointed, man. Because as a leader, your job is very simple. You have a constitution. You have the agenda of the country where it wants to be. You want your country to go. You have your party where you have your policies and things that you want to implement. That's not a personal thing. It's a party thing because party trusted you and you have these policies. And then you have people, voters, who put you there. Simple as that. You look at the policies, you look at what people say, you do exactly what they want for the development of their own lives. But you know what they do, our leaders? They skip what the people want and they go ahead to do what they want. As a result, this is what you see. People have been speaking and speaking. Even us here have been speaking. Today, I told you guys, more than 16 videos of the president of Kenya. All of them have been copyright filed. They've been banned, guys, literally banned. Okay, let me show you. Maybe perhaps I'm just saying this. Okay, let me show you here. I'll show you here. These are videos we were doing during the election. During the election, guys, we were doing video during the election, talking about the election. These are the videos. All of them have been banned. Let me show you here. Like banned, like literally banned. So we had to. Let me show you here, guys. Just banned out of nowhere. This, mind you, these are live stream that we did here during election. We were here talking about the election, and at that time, you guys, you know that for me, I always say this, that I cannot judge somebody before seeing what they do. But right now, I'm here to say that, guys, I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. Because I was told, do not trust, do not trust, do not trust. I was told that multiple times. But I was wrong, guys. My argument, it was, guys, let the man do his work. Let's see what has happened. But thank God that I came back here. After a couple months, I came back here and I made videos. And since then, I even made why Africa is disappointed. It's here. Why? And that's, I think that was the paradigm shift of everything. Because as a man who sees and hear and listen, and we released even a video, you know, of the president of Kenya when he went to United States. You know, let me tell you this, man. Like you caught the jet, you actually bought a jet with a lot of amount of money. You spend a lot of money, millions of US dollars. At the same time, you impose tax on your people, ordinary folk. It does not make sense. So people, they see that, okay, there's money because money is being spent, but also you want to take more from us. And this is the normal reaction that comes out of it. I know this is not the time for that. This is not the time to talk about this, but I just hope, no, it's the time to talk about this. I just hope that our leaders listen to us when we talk. I just hope our leaders listen to the people. If they listen to the people of Kenya today, there wouldn't be a lot of people dying and a lot of people being injured. This would never be the case. Today, it will never be the case. We just need to listen to people. That's it. It's very easy, man. Because as a leader, you don't have your own agenda to implement in the country. Man, we're talking about country. We're not talking about your family. If it is your family, you are a head of a family. You can do whatever the heck you want to do. But this is the country. You are the head of the country. You don't get to do what you want to do or what your party wants to do or what few leaders want. No, you get to do what the people want you to do because they're your boss. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't understand this thing, this shift of everything. Like when somebody becomes a leader, they become bosses. No, you're not. And now we see who is really in charge. I don't know, man. We talk about this all the time. We spoke about this. You guys, you're witness. You are witness. Y'all are witnesses. More than 16 videos, and they're not 16 videos. I'm actually seeing 28 videos have been blocked. Most of them were talking about the president of Kenya. So I have footage here, guys, that I received this footage from our brother who was protesting here today. I want to show you guys. It's not good footage, but it's what happening there. It's not good at all. It's what happening there. My brother, he took this straight from there, and I uploaded this here. So I'm just gonna skip this where I was talking and start showing you the footage and what is happening.
Unknown caller.
All right. I'm gonna show you this for a second, and then I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully, Mandatez will be here to join me as well.
What? This crowd is massive, man.
Honestly, that's not what you expect to happen. Because as I'm saying here today I almost made a news today. More than 400 troops have been sent to Haiti. Kenyan troops are sent to Haiti, and expectation is to have 1,000 troops there. And I said this in the afternoon. I don't know if that is gonna remain the case, but I think those will be brought back as well to maintain the situation. Because the day you're sending them away is what happened in your country. You know what I'm saying?
Just tear gas that matter.
Our leaders, man. Our leaders, man. I don't know when they're going to land. I don't know when they're going to land, man. This is different generation. This is not the old generation. This is okay. These are MPs. I've heard that these are MPs. These videos straight from there. These are MPs.
Zakayo must go. Zakayo must go. Zakayo must go.
I don't wanna be here like I'm in the campaign of, removing the president or whatsoever. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not what I'm up to, because it's there constitutionally. So they're gonna need to wait until the time that they vote again for that to happen. But the thing is, man, this is not. This is the result of, when you're not listening to your people. To be honest, other clips are hard to remove them. They're not here because, man, people are just dying on the streets. They've said they are here. So this is what happened when you stop listening to our people, honestly, because government is not just about you in your parliament, in your state house, and people on the street. No, man. They put you there. Why don't we remember this? African leaders, why don't we remember this? We need something like this happen, then we wake up. These are things that are preventable. What I'm so disappointed about the leadership in this country is that it is preventable. It could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. It is possible. Not to get where it is right now. It is no. No, we can prevent this from happening. We can prevent this from happening, guys. It is possible. It is possible to prevent this from happening. But man, it's just, this footage is not something good to watch, man. It's preventable, man. I'm telling you, even if a single person died, still that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. And I'm telling you, we have seen wave in the West Africa. Now we see this in East Africa. Man, this is not, it is preventable. Our people like that, man. Some of them are injured. Some of them, look at this. This is in the parliament. When they're in the parliament, look at what they do. Look what they do, man. People are tired. People are exhausted. How do you want them to react? Let me tell you this, guys. Let me stop this for a second. Let me tell you this, guys. This footage, my friend who was there today sent this to me. And some of them I had to remove, not to put it there. But man, Africans are tired. And this is the different generation. That's why when we say on Africa right now, I hope you're listening. I hope leaders, you're listening, because this is different generation. These are young people. And young people, they have everything to lose because they're still young. They have a long way to live, but they leave everything on the line. They put out there and they speak and they do what you see here, man. They do what you see here, man. So if we are not going to wake up, if the leaders, you have to understand, man, you guys are not in charge. I'm not saying this because I'm undervaluing you. No. The people, as long as your country is called democratically, you were democratically elected. You have to know this, man. Those millions of people who elected you are in charge. They tell you what to do, when to do, and how to do it. So if you're a leader and you want to be in a good side, you simply need to listen to your people. As simple as that. Just listen to your people what they want. Listen to your people what they need. That's what you got to do. You don't need to be stubborn. Just that. But politicians, they always don't want to listen. They know it all. I listened to that speech on Sunday. Say that I congratulate this young, they step forward to speak, to show their passion. And this, I'm telling him, and that is politics. Now, what are you going to say today? Just came from United States. The troops are in Haiti, went to China or whatever, and now the country is like this. The thing is, perhaps you travel too much, you forget your own people in your country. Man, I'm telling you this, man. For me, this is very personal in so many levels. I can't really say why it's very personal, but it's very personal. But I am highly, like, I am very disappointed because you send your troops somewhere else to keep the peace, while in your own country, your country is being shattered. Just no, man. It's just no, man. No, we can do better, man, and we have to do better. We have to do better, man. We can't keep pretending that everything is fine. We can't keep pretending that we are in the level of sending our troops somewhere else, take care of those business. No, we can't pretend, man. We're not there yet. We're not there yet because we cannot even keep our country together. Cannot even manage our country together. What we have to do is we have to bring our people together. That's what we have to do, man. We cannot even manage that, and then no, man. No, we can't keep pretending, man. This is us pretending. No, man. No, look at it. Look at it in our countries, man. What things are we struggling with? It's not. We cannot. It's just no, man. No. It's no. Yes, want to be in the international stages. Yes, want to step up front. But man, what about the Union of Africa? What about us coming together? What about removing these borders? What about bringing the one passport? What about the peace of African countries? What about the peace in Congo? What about the peace in Ethiopia? What about the peace in different countries across the continent? What about that, man? What about the peace in Sudan? You can't do everything at once, man. You can't. You can't please everybody. You can't please your own country, your own continent, and the Westerners. No, you cannot do that, man. You got to choose your priority. What is your priority? If your priority is your country, then cut down all these trips that you spend a lot of millions of money. And I'm saying to all these countries that they spend a lot of millions of money, and then you hold on to small business owners. You want them to give more money, and then you just get that money away from them. And what do you expect? This is what happens now. It's very like, man, okay, perhaps I'm not, because I'm not a leader of a country. Maybe I don't know these things, what I'm saying? Like, maybe I don't know, I agree, man. I don't know. But man, I'm looking at this situation like, no, man. Let me say this, what is happening? Let me say this. I'm gonna say this openly. And if I'm gonna offend somebody, let them be offended. But I will say this. This situation, what you see, what is happening, it's just one reason: leadership. When the country is in chaos like this, it's leadership. Because your job as a leader is to keep people together. And if there's no harmony between your government and the people, there's no leadership. Okay, I think. All right. I'm waiting, man, because I've heard that at 9 p.m. today, President Ruto will be speaking with the people. We have like 5 minutes left. Let's see if that's the case. If you have Kenyan in the house, is that because I've got here very exclusive information that we'll be speaking with the country. President Ruto will be speaking, so I'm just here to listen to that, and then we can give our own opinion after that. So anti-tax, man, I'm just proud, man. To be honest, I'm proud. Yes, people are dying, but I'm proud that people, man, are stepping up, man, because this is not those days, that you just do whatever you want to do, man, with us. No, it's not. It's not. And people of Kenya, man, you guys are bold, man. You guys are bold. It's bold. Enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. It's very simple. You are leader of Africa. This is different generation. You understand? This is different generation. You can lead this different generation today. Millennium generation with the strategy that you used to lead 50 years ago. No. Can't do that, man. It's just not possible. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. We have seen in Senegal, it did not work. You guys, you locked them in the prison. And then I saw, man, the president of Senegal, Diomaye Faye, he went to France. And you could see, man, as he was greeting Emmanuel Macron, this guy, the Emmanuel Macron, he just wanted a picture. But you could see that the guy is not interested. He's holding him and then he's telling the guy is just like look at it, the facial expression. And then he's going, he was not even interested to take that picture. He was not interested at all. Because like you looking down at us and looking down at you. So now we're not the one who wants to take pictures with you. You want to take pictures with us to show the good image that, you know what? Well, no. You're a hypocrite. It's not a time for Africans to want pictures with them. No. It's not for that, guys. This is not a time for that. It's a time to defend our continent and our country. It's a time to come together. The time is now. You've seen what is happening, what happened in Senegal, what happened in, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Gabon. And though we don't really know what is happening right now in Gabon, we've seen that. Now in Kenya. People are tired, man. Trust me, man. People are tired, exhausted. And as a leader, your safe side is you to do the will of the people. It's as simple as that. Yes, I thank God I have my brother. My brother Mwendatezi, welcome, man. How are you, man?
I'm good, Nick. I'm good. I'm sorry, the internet in Kenya is a little bit shaky at the moment. We are very suspicious. Why?
Yeah. I mean, we in this situation, we
Our
already
message
know.
will not be muted. We'll still. Yeah.
I'm saying, at this time of age, we know that they will try everything they can, but they cannot mute us. Do you think he's going to address the nation at that time at 9 p.m. today? So actually in 1 minute. Oh yeah, I think.
Hear me?
Hey, Mr. Yeah, the internet even here, man. We cannot even talk actually. So
hello.
Hey, hello. So I was asking, do you think President is going to address right now?
9 a.m. accurately sharp, but probably will address the nation. We are also very curious of what he's going to say, and what.
Yeah.
Because despite all that strong protest, the bill passed in Parliament. Despite all that, so it is quite unfortunate. People are saying that these guys, they rather kill those 10 people than listen to them. So it was a very heavy moment for us in Kenya.
Man, yeah. When it is. I need to. When it is, can you hear me? Guys, my laptop is about to die, so I need to use actually one. Yes, when it is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was asking you. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Do you know what time exactly is going to address the nation?
Yeah, it will probably be within the hour. So if it's 9, it should maybe give him within the hour, between 9 to 10, probably he will announce. I've never seen him being on time when it comes to this type of announcement. I've never seen the government.
Oh, actually, that's
they
true.
Will change.
Oh, actually, he's going to address anytime from now. I'm actually following up the news. So, guys, when he start addressing, you guys will be able to see as well, because he's going to address anytime from now. So, I was asking you, Mwenatezi, that were you in the protest as well?
Yeah. I participated in the protests.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people actually. I was not planning on doing it, but I did. When I saw a lot of people around me going, I realized that this is actually a really big issue that has touched a lot of people. So I decided to join my brothers and sisters.
I applaud you for that braveness, man. Because 10 people have been killed, as you've seen, and it hasn't been, that easy. So, first of all, I thank God that you're safe. It's good that you're safe, man. But what do you think is gonna be the address from the president?
I don't know. This is, we are now dealing with we are in unprecedented times. There has never been this type of protest in the history of Kenya. It's very to the point where people actually entered Parliament building and entered Parliament itself. It was like, so this is new territory for Kenya. So I can't even begin to predict what, but we are having rumors about the internet. We are having rumors all over the place about the military. So we are also expectant of all this, but at the end of the day, celebrating. What I'd like to talk about is that the youth of Kenya, actually. What I'd like to say is, you see, when we talk about Africa, we talk about all our resources and all about minerals and all that. But to me, today we demonstrated Africa's most valuable resource, and that is the people. Because we have never, and this is something that has been a long time coming, brother. And I understand we have disagreements that this is chaos or whatever you might. I don't know. You can call it chaos.
Yeah.
But to me, if you look at the history of Kenya, we've always had protests. I see it as balance. Protests are part of the constitution. And when you have protests that are this large, where almost 1 million people go to the street, there will always be some sort of what is it, disruption. So okay, I think higher ground so that maybe my voice can be heard well. But I was talking about
President
that today we demonstrated to the people who are trying to colonize Kenya through very few leaders. That
Hey, sorry.
You cannot do that.
President,
when you educate
President
people,
is addressing
when the youth are educated, when the youth are empowered, when the youth step up, this even when you pass a bad law or when you try to colonize, it doesn't work like that. You see, like right now, President Ruto, I don't know what he's going to say. God will.
Mwenatezi.
As I promised on Sunday, this conversation will not be in vain. I will not only champion for the cause of issue-based, policy-oriented, and tribeless engagement on critical national issues, but also provide a framework for this conversation to be processed and its outcomes implemented. However, our national conversation on any subject matter must be conducted in a manner that respects and honors the foundational values upon which our nation is established, namely constitutionalism, the rule of law, and respect for institutions. It is very painful for Kenya that a conversation this crucial was hijacked by dangerous people who have caused us the kind of loss we have incurred as a nation today. It is possible that the criminals who reign protecting the people of Kenya against all forms of harm, I hereby put on notice the planners, financiers, orchestrators, and abettors of violence and anarchy, that the security infrastructure established to protect our republic and its sovereignty will be deployed to secure the country and restore normalcy. It is not in order or even conceivable that criminals pretending to be peaceful protesters can rain terror against the people, their elected representatives, and the institutions established under our Constitution, and expect to go scot-free. We must isolate crime from democratic expression and separate criminals from people exercising the freedom of expression and divergent opinion. I shall continue to lead a government that is fully committed to maintaining the integrity of our state, promoting the unity of our nation, and enhancing the peace and security of all citizens and their livelihoods. I am bound under sacred constitutional mandate to respect, uphold, and defend the Constitution of Kenya, which declares that all sovereign power belongs to the people, and that this power shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. The government will therefore uphold its constitutional mandate to secure our nation and its development, and shall treat every threat to national security and the integrity of our state as an existential danger to our republic. Accordingly, I assure Kenyans that we shall provide a full, effective, and expeditious response to today's treasonous events. Thank you.
That is done, guys.
That has been President William Ruto speaking to the country and has
That's it, guys. Man, I'm gonna play this again for you guys to see. Okay, listen again. Let's listen again, guys.
Today, Kenya experienced an unprecedented attack on its democracy, rule of law, and the integrity of its constitutional institutions. An otherwise legitimate expression of the fundamental rights and freedoms of assembly, demonstration, picketing, and petitioning of public authorities by a section of law-abiding citizens of the Republic of Kenya was infiltrated and hijacked by a group of organized criminals. Most regrettably, today's attack on Kenya's constitutional order has resulted in the loss of lives, also destruction of property and desecration of institutions and emblems of our sovereignty. Today's events mark a critical turning point on how we respond to grave threats to our national security. I assure the nation that the government has mobilized all resources at the nation's disposal to ensure that a situation of this nature will not recur again at whatever cost. I thank our security officers who are on duty today for applying themselves to the best of their abilities in the defense of Kenya and its people. Accordingly, I have directed all the organs of our national security to deploy measures to thwart any attempt by dangerous criminals to undermine the security and stability of our country. As the people of Kenya go to bed tonight, I give you my assurance that your security, that of your families and property remains my utmost priority. To the young people of Kenya, who I must thank for helping our country organize our democratic discourse around issues, I thank you and assure you that the conversation you have begun around pertinent issues of our nation will continue to inform our policy and governance decisions. As I promised on Sunday, this conversation will not be in vain. I will not only champion for the cause of issue-based, policy-oriented, and tribeless engagement on critical national issues, but also provide a framework for this conversation to be processed and its outcomes implemented. However, our national conversation on any subject matter must be conducted in a manner that respects and honors the foundational values upon which our nation is established. We have incurred as a nation today. It is possible that the criminals who rained terror on innocent people and attempted to challenge our law enforcement deployments are still determined to continue with their dangerous behavior. I assure the nation of the government's determination to fulfill its constitutional duty of protecting the people of Kenya against all forms of harm, I hereby put on notice the planners, financiers, orchestrators, and abettors of violence and anarchy that the security infrastructure established to protect our republic and its sovereignty will be deployed to secure the country and restore normalcy. It is not in order or even conceivable that criminals pretending to be peaceful protesters can rain terror against the people, their elected representatives, and the institutions established under our Constitution, and expect to go scot-free. We must isolate crime from democratic expression and separate criminals from people exercising the freedom of expression and divergent opinion.
Guys, I think we have heard enough, eh? This thing is keep on.
I shall continue to lead a government that is fully committed to maintain.
All right, guys.
Promoting the unity of our nation and enhancing the peace and security of all citizens and their livelihoods. I am bound under sacred constitutional mandate to respect, uphold, and defend the Constitution of Kenya, which declares that all sovereign power belongs to the people, and that this power shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. The government will therefore uphold its constitutional mandate to secure our nation and its development, and shall treat every threat to national security and the integrity of our state as an existential danger to our republic. Accordingly, I assure Kenyans that we shall provide a full, effective, and expeditious response to today's treasonous events. Thank you.
All right, guys. So you hear that there will be response to what has happened today, this event. I think we will know more in detail. You know, I see some of the comments here. Some people that say Al-Shabaab infiltrated Kenya's peaceful demonstration today. I think we'll keep on getting those notices. If that is the case, I think we'll we'll get that information soon, because I know that this protest started very peacefully and the people of Kenya were doing this peacefully. You don't know how it got out of the end. And as a result, a lot of people have been died. Anybody can be blamed for that, to be honest, at this point. But let's talk a little bit about Kenya's President William Ruto's speech. I want to hear from you guys. You guys have been listening here with me as well. I'm just going to read your comments to hear your thoughts about the speech. What do you guys think about the speech? Do you think this is what was needed to actually address like the way he addressed right now? What do you think is going to be the reaction, especially to all the people of Kenya who have been waiting so hard to hear what he's going to say about what has happened, whether he's going to back down or he's going to keep with the plan, as usual, things as usual. And I mean, and it's clear, where he's standing, but I want to read your comments first, guys, to hear your opinion. All right, let me go here, start from Okay, I can't read all the comments because some of them are very everything. Okay, somebody says here, Ahmed Jiga say terrorism represents a major threat to the safety of Kenyan citizens. Abdul Al Muhammad is say just the thought of that speech makes me want to throw up. Let us know why that is the case. You want to throw up. Monty Matata says, Ruto, this will not happen again at whatever cost. This guy doesn't care about the Monancho, doesn't care about the people. That's actually what one thing that really really shocked me actually. At whatever cost, he said this event will not happen at whatever cost. So when you see these 10 people die, more than 50 people, you know, have been injured, that whatever cost we're talking about, we'll make sure that this event does not happen at whatever cost. So I don't know if you are trying to prevent the event from happening, if that is the solution, or there's a solution that you have to do so that that event will not happen from the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're dealing with here is not the event. No, we're dealing with the reason that brought this event to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the reaction of people after what has been going on for some time. So if we want to prevent this action from happening, we need to deal with the root cause analysis. We need to do root cause analysis, actually figuring out why people are acting this way. Why? It's the most important question in conflict resolution and solving any kind of problem. Why is the most important question we have to ask ourselves when we want to bring peace in our country, when we want to bring stability in our country. Why this is happening. So dealing with the event, it is not the solution, but dealing with why, that is the solution. And that's what is supposed to be done here. People, they don't want to hear about you dealing with this at all costs. No, people, they want to hear about why this is happening. Okay, it's because of tax. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to cancel? What is going to be a bottom line? All right. Rosaline Angulu Omolo say, where hata hofai kuitwa president wa Kenya, just shut up, you American puppet. Wow. In Swahili, basically say you don't deserve to be president of Kenya. That's basically what she says. Power Water is say nothing amenable. Ahmed Jiga is say Al-Shabaab infiltrated Kenya's peaceful demonstration today. That's what we need to hear the details of that. Ahmed Jiga, how did you find out about that? Share with us a little bit more details so we know. Gavayita says, so Ruto declare war on Kenyan people, saying he has mandate. If the blood is spilled on the youth, blame Ruto. Western puppet hashtag. All right. I can imagine outsiders calling him and telling him he better get his people under control. Ahmed Jiga said there are proofs beyond the doubt that today Al-Shabaab infiltrated Kenya's peaceful demonstrations. Please give us those proof as well. It'll be really good for our community to learn and to know that. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you have an event like this, people are demonstrating because of whatever that is happening. Yes, it's their right to do that, but we can prevent that from happening if we listen to them and do what they want. All right. Monty Matala said, watching this is making my blood boil. He thinks he can threaten people into submitting. He'll be very surprised by the Wajuku of the Mama. Watch this space. The prodigal Rastaman is saying Ruto is that word. He is on the wrong side of history and he will fall. Abdul Ali Muhammad is saying no, the president of Kenya is that word, and he knows just as long as the people stay peaceful, he's going to increase the taxes. This guy is very that word, and he makes me sick. I'm trying to avoid to read this word. I understand you guys are expressing your thoughts, but I'm trying to not to name them, you know, because they can rage, you know, anger and all the stuff. S. Smith, he says it's ridiculous how they pick and choose, and all their choices only benefit their puppet masters. No one can take anything he says seriously, BJ. Actually, exactly. Monty Matata, he say pray for Kenya hashtag, which is very important. I'm gonna leave another hashtag alone there. Terrorism, Ahmed Jiga represent a major threat to the safety. I already read that. Last month he was with Biden, and now this happened. Actually, that's very interesting. All right. But guys, to be honest, what is happening here, we saw it coming. When it comes to Kenya, we saw it coming. It was coming because people were tired. Myself, literally, I was a big supporter when Ruto came to the regime. I was. You guys remember the video I made? But I turned like this, 360, after seeing what is happening. So Africa unite, because we are moving right out of Babylon. The prodigal Rastam say Ruto is finished. Africa unite. That's the only thing that we can do. That's what we must do. Let me drink water. One, he says, you guys realize if you are going to win, you must organize. Don't get angry. Get focused. Very important. BJ says Ruto must go. Tell him to lead the Western nations he loves the most. BJ, oh, Monetize, man. Why you left, man? Wanted to digest this speech. Yes, boy. You have something to say? You got your own mic there. Monetize, come back, man. We need to digest this, and His Excellence as well. He hasn't. Monetize say this. He hasn't even addressed the issue, and he's calling protester terrorists. We know how this ends. Exactly. That's exactly what I want to address. I'll come back to you, Monetize. Let me continue to read first the messages. I mean, these other comments from our people. Poor camera, bro, man. Like, the internet is bad here. Trust me. Like, Paul, help me with this. Huh? Can keep this in the light there. Man, the internet is bad, bro. Put that there. Okay. I need some sort of that is already on. It's just okay. That's good. I need some sort of do you mind to clean this camera here with a cotton? All right. So when I tell you, I'm gonna come back to this. I think this is very profound, and please come back, man. I know internet there is bad, but if you can, please come. When police, Monty Matata said, when police shoot at you with live bullet, what do you expect them to do? Be peaceful. Don't believe these terrorism lies. People are fed up simply. This is what exactly I say in Congo. When MONUSCO killed like 25 people in Congo, they said they were actually, it was a warning shot. And this is what I was saying. How can you, this is what I was saying. Like, how can you shoot right at the people? Like, you shot this like this, and then you say this is warning shot. It doesn't make sense. You can't shoot right at people and say that was the warning shot. No, warning shot, you shot like somewhere on the air, not direct at people. But more than 10 people died, and then you say, anyways, man, we can blame others for our own mistakes. When Datezi, he said, and this is what I 100% agree, he hasn't even addressed the issue. That's what I'm saying. We can't put this blame on somebody else. People, they react because of the issue, because of the problem. So how are you solving that issue? That is the solution. That's what was supposed to be addressed. But you know, politics is just like this, always. They'll never admit that they're wrong. Never. Never. Politics is like that. We said in Swahili, siasa ni mchezo mchafu. Siasa ni mchezo mchafu in Swahili. Okay, let me translate here. Anybody knows that, man, in English? Siasa ni mchezo mchafu. Okay? That is Swahili proverb, which means politics is a dirty game. Oh, yeah. Literally, politics is a dirty game. Siasa ni mchezo mchafu. And that's what we see. Calling protesters terrorists. We know how this ends. That's what Monetary says, and that's true. Because people who protested, they're youth, they're Kenyans. They're Kenyan. You can't separate them from that. Abdullah, I saw your comment, but I'm not going to read that. Just for the sake of maintaining this channel here on YouTube. All right, guys. Okay. New Africa. Yeah, indeed. Let me share. Let me drop the link here. New Africa. Let me hear what you have to say. Okay. But guys, let me remind you again. We are on YouTube, so the limitation is a lot of limitation here. So let's try with our passion, what we share and what we speak about. Let's try to filter things, because these are not our platforms. And if President Ruto is a friend of United States, as we all know, then we all know what will happen. So yeah, the link is right there. Please come and have your thoughts as well. Time to take Africa back. We need leaders like Magufuli. I agree with you 1000%, my brother. I agree with you. Internet is slow all over Kenya. I can't even get in, but I'm trying. We expect this all the time. All the time. They can just shut the internet. Now that is democracy, right? Democracy you're talking about. I've heard that KTN TV, it was threatened that they will close down that TV. Why? Because they've been broadcasting live all the time. They said, all right, go ahead and do that. We're not going to stop. Yeah, so New Africa, there's a link in the comment section. If you want to come and share your thoughts, hit the link and come and share your thoughts as well. But guys, that is what is happening. Okay, now if I go to address what I'm thinking about his speech, I was actually writing a few things down. One of the words that he mentioned so many times, one of them is criminals. All right, criminals. And he said today's event is treasonous. Treason is the act of treason, basically. And then he said we're gonna make sure that something like this never happen at any cost. These are very bold language. And I think maybe people who advised him, they were telling him that, hey, you need to look bold, you need to look powerful, don't be shaken, say what you have to say and leave. And that's what exactly happened. You can see what he said. Criminals at any cost. Today's event is treasonous. Thinking about these young people of Kenya, they're the one who step out and demand their rights, demand things to be changed. And calling, basically, if this event is treasonous, that means these people, they committed treason. That's a very powerful word. Criminals, terrorists, you can call them however you want, and we're gonna make sure at any cost. And somebody here in the comment section is saying that this is when you're gonna see foreign troops coming in Kenya and trying to manage the situation. If that happens, man, even me, if that happens, man, if we see foreign troops come to Kenya to manage the situation, that would be a messed up situation. That would be bad. You better bring your soldiers back from Haiti to the situation, but not bringing whatever that you want to bring. Hey, Vijay is right here. Vijay, it's good to have you. Vijay, you left. That is very. If that happens, man, I don't know what to say. Let's just wait and see. But this language, treasonous event, criminal at any cost, and all this stuff. All right, let me hear BJ first before I say anything. BJ, welcome.
This is crazy. It's crazy, but it's ordained, and we have to be prepared. I don't know if you guys are fully aware what's going on in Jamaica. That they live on an island for how many thousands of years. They bought up all the beachfront, and they only have a slither that they can get to the beach, which means they can't fish, they can't sell their products. So the citizens who live there, indigenous, aboriginal, doesn't have access to make money. The port was already told that it's been sold to China. So again, all of your finance is in control of someone else. Haiti, well, everybody knows what's going on in Haiti. He gonna call these people who are sitting up there saying, I cannot afford 200% increase of anything when I only make barely a nickel. A terrorist? But he ain't calling. How many freaking military bases from nations all over the world is sitting in his backyard, and those are his friends? Make this madness make sense. You know, and the people are fed up, and it's time, you know, the copy paste has to stop working, because that's all they do. Copy paste. They're trying to mess up your food supply. We get no nutritional value from nothing we eat. We have more people stuck in hospitals, dying sick, can barely walk, can barely read, kidney failure, everything else, because they can't get a natural glass of water without having all these pollutants all up in it. In the most advanced country in the world. So if they're doing this to us, what do you think they got planned for you? They want your resources, and then they want to keep you from getting any. They're mad about you making a nickel from it. They want it all. And Ruto wants to sit up there and be a puppet because he think, and I keep going back to Shah of Iran. Everybody want to forget about OPEC, and the Shah was in allegiance with America. And when all that fell down, and Ayatollah Khomeini wound up getting power, Shah said, "I'm cool because I got all my money in America." They did not let him get access to any of his money. So Ruto, I hope you know, whatever you got in their banks, you ain't getting none of it. So what is the point? What is the point of this madness? Time is up for all this craziness.
Yeah, man. And BJ, what would you have to say about the speech you just heard from President Ruto?
What speech? He didn't give a speech. He said absolutely nothing. Terrorists? What terrorists? Where did it come from? Is it that the terrorists that are they bringing on a boat and land in the middle of Kenya that they want to start a conflict? Those terrorists? These were citizens that if you had any connection to, you would know they're suffering. You're not, if everything being built there belongs to someone else, how do you benefit from that? And how dare he call them a terrorist when they're saying, I can't even afford the nickel bag of rice, and now you're telling me it's going to cost $1. And I'm supposed to say, okay, that's fine, because I understand those days are over. People are seeing the truth for what it is. They see that you're lying to them, that you are doing this because it's money. Look at the timing. All of a sudden, he went over there seeing Mr. King Charles. Then he came over here and saw Mr. Biden. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff just so happens to just, we need to raise everything. Yeah, because they know how to, data is everywhere. They know how much it would take to crush you to your bones. They are trying to crush everything. And then you go back into chains and be a happy little slave. And read the little Bible that says, obey your master. That they wrote.
Moments like this, I really wish I could hear, what Prof is saying. It'll be, anyways, man.
Just don't give up, because if anything, looking at the civil rights movement from us over here, if that can take any inspiration, they did not stop. Don't let nothing divide you. Yeah. Don't let nothing divide you, because that's how they get you. That's how they succeed every time. When they can divide you, they succeed.
Yeah.
And they need you to survive. It's one thing when you want to be a partner and we could say, come to the table, you get something, I get something. Okay, but you are not going to own me. You're not going to own all my resources, because how does that benefit me? You go anywhere else in the world and try to do the same tactics and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to London and now the London Bridge is mine. And what you gonna do? Let's see. Come on, make this make sense. And you're gonna point to your citizens, your people as being the enemy. That's what gets me upset, because those same people trusted you and you turned your back on them.
Yeah. Well, BJ, I really appreciate you for your thoughts. We have some of other brothers here. I
Oh,
see
yes,
them
oh,
on the
yes.
phone. I just put them on to hear their opinion.
Well, we
Thank
appreciate you keeping us on the other side of the pond informed, because that's the beauty of which they didn't think the internet, because they would probably kept an intranet would allow us to communicate and connect. And they can't control that. So thank you, Mika, for all you do. Tazzy, we forgive him for his bad Wi-Fi. We have bad Wi-Fi over here too, so no worries.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Thank you. All right. I have my brother, the architect, here as well, Kim, and I want to hear what he has to say. My brother, the architect, how are you, man? Welcome to the farm.
I'm doing good, but I'm doing good. How about you?
Man, yeah, you know, it's it is what it is, man. It is what it is in this side. So yeah, I just wanna hear your thoughts, man, about what is happening there, and if you got a chance to hear, you know, his speech as well, what do you have to say about that as well?
Jeez, man, this is really heavy, man. I've been I remember last time we spoke, it's like a month or two ago, and I told you I'm so disappointed in Ruto. I knew that I wasn't the only one who felt that way, because ever since Ruto, the ink dried on the page where they say Ruto is the president, we haven't heard anything about Pan-Africanism since then from him. And I think that we also have to start to brainstorm and try to figure out what's happening to our African leaders, because this behavior does not look normal. Like what are the Europeans doing to them? Are they cloning them? Are they putting chips in their head? Are they threatening their families? What are they doing? Because it just seemed to me like there is not one powerful elected African leader on the African continent right now. All the powerful leaders seems like they had to take power instead of it being through democracy, to say. And man, those images coming out of Kenya is really sad right now. People like that in the street. I saw a guy with his brain was in the street.
Yeah, man.
Literally. Like, and then Ruto is gonna come on and talk and say that these people are terrorists. They're terrorizing the place. They're organized criminals and those things. But you know, while I was thinking about all of this stuff, I was thinking to myself, these leaders are economic terrorists, you know. Yeah. Because what Ruto is doing to the people of Kenya, that's economic terrorism. Like, how can you tax people on their ancestral land where people who fought for their freedom is buried? How can you tax women for pads? How can you tax them for baby pampers? Like, how can you raise the tax on such things that people need like that because of the IMF and the World Bank? That's economic terrorism. And I don't know, because I see it like revolutions are not just one, they have to be maintained. If a revolution is not maintained, it will fall back, it will lose its momentum and fall back to the same exact thing you're going to right now. That's why a lot of African countries haven't really gotten their freedom yet, because the freedom that was hard-won through blood was given back on paper.
Yeah.
That was given back to the people who you won your freedom from on paper. And Ruto is a perfect example of this, because you can't tell me you're an independent leader of an African country and you come over here in America, come play playboy, to come sit in this president that don't even have no brain chair, to act like you're some kind of little playboy for them, and then all of a sudden you leave here becoming the major non-NATO ally in a time where you know the consciousness of the African people and what these people have done to our leaders and our children, our cousins, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters. That's a shame. That's a shame. And I'm really surprised and proud of the Kenyan people too. I'm really surprised that they rose up, because to be honest, a lot of people thought that they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that, because me, you, and a lot of people know that the British still have military bases in Kenya. They didn't left this, even though the Mama run them, they didn't left. And this is what I'm trying to say. If your revolution is not maintained, you will lose it. Don't be surprised if there are British soldiers in Kenya right now that are blowing the brains out of these young people on the street, you know. Usually what they do, they bring people from different cities and so on, people who not too familiar with the locals, because they don't want them to show any emotions towards the people themselves. So they will bring people from other areas, other cities, or even bring people from the military bases themselves in Kenya who have no connection with the people, because they don't want them to feel anywhere when they start killing them. You check? So my thing is, like, I'm not a Muslim, right? And I love Muslim people. And the reason why I said that is because we have to start to look at other places in the world who has won and maintained their revolutions, like the Iranians. See, these leaders in Africa, they do not have, there's not a base back home that they are accountable to. So when they go out of Africa to make deals, they're coming back to Africa to tell the African people what the Europeans say, instead of them go telling the Europeans what the African people say.
Exactly. Right on point. Wow.
And this is a serious problem we have in Africa, that there is no resistant base in the home country. So when these leaders go out of Africa, they go out of Africa as salesmen. They're going to sell everything. They go to Africa as salesmen. They're even selling their own people, literally. Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, they all send thousands of people into Israel and Saudi Arabia, where they're raping the Ethiopian women them constantly and throwing them off the balcony and taking their passport and stuff like this, treating them less than human beings. They instead of the Arabs and the Europeans coming to Africa and taking slaves, these leaders are going out there and sending people into slavery. So I like the Iranian way of doing things, because even when a leader go out there, you still have to answer to the supreme leader when you come back home, to say, what did you go out there to do? Like, are you you know what I mean? Are you trying to sell our country, or are you trying to build our country? Are you trying to import this so-called democracy? Are you trying to go out there to express to people what true democracy is and what the voice of the people is? These leaders in Africa, they're regional managers. They're not leaders. They're here to manage these little carved up spaces that the Europeans made in Africa. I mean, they even talk about it when they talk about NATO. They call North Africa NATO's southern flank, as if the African people don't have an identity for themselves. We don't have no interests. We don't have no feelings. We don't have no emotions. We don't have no culture. To them, we don't have anything. We're just supposed to be here to serve. And if you're not serving them, then you're not serving any purpose. So they have a right to kill you or to get rid of you. that's how I see it, and I really look forward to a time when there is a strong resistance base in Africa, so that when these leaders go out, if they make bad deals, they're even scared to come back home. They're not supposed to be allowed to come back home when they go out there and sell people like that. Ruto is selling Kenyans like cloth, like literally. And whatever plan he think he has about the IMF, whatever, we don't owe the IMF nothing. Okay, the IMF owe us. They even owe us in blood, because they're the ones who are attacking our leaders and assassinating them and stuff like this. They're the ones who are behind all this stuff. Recently, the Malian transitional president said that when they overtook the government, the French started pumping fake CFA francs into the economy. That's economic terrorism. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I really hope to live to see the day that Africa erase these borders and we can get rid of these regional managers. And I don't mean in a violent way, but sometimes it comes to that, because I believe economic terrorism and violent terrorism is the same type of terrorism, because poverty kills more people in Africa than tribal wars. That's my thoughts. What do you think?
My brother, you just you know, anyone, I know there's someone else in here. I'm gonna put you in very soon. Please don't leave. But I want to show you this video that I saw it today, and then we can and then we'll move forward. The things that I don't agree with, but I want to share with you guys to hear this, what is happening a little bit. And these are people that, we always just listen to this a little quick, guys.
Percent rate kicks in at $475 of income. Plus, they have a 20% value-added tax. It gets added to everything you buy. Those high tax rates make it impossible to build capital in those countries. So nothing gets built, not factories, not roads, not anything. Poor African countries have the lowest wage workers in the world. And yet a company like Nike, for instance, can't put a factory in one of those countries because of the oppressive tax rates. Taxes have killed any possibility of economic development. They've killed any hope of these countries ever helping themselves. And that leaves them completely at the mercy of charity and loans. And here's the worst part. You know why those countries have such high tax rates? Because of us. To show us that they can raise enough money to pay back their loans. But taxes can't raise any money if they kill the economies. So it turns out that the tragic, unintended consequence of our good intentions toward Africa, our kindness, is that we have encouraged those countries to lock themselves into a gruesome economic depression. If we don't urge those countries to cut their tax rates, they will never grow their economies. People will live lifetimes of unemployment. Disease will be rampant, poverty will be permanent, and children will be hungry. And our charity will never be enough. Never.
All right. That's how they always speak, when it comes to the charity place. This is charity place that, our good hearts of helping them and all those stuff. But he speaks facts. To be honest, he speaks facts when he's talking about tax, because this is something that we're well aware with that. He speaks facts, talking about tax and everything. And that's actually what is happening in Kenya, what is happening in Tanzania, what is happening in so many countries in Africa. The only thing they do, I shared this before, that one of the very powerful things Magufuli did when he was a president, Because right now, what is happening? You tax everything, even basic. You tax, you increase tax in even in the common mwananchi. How do you want them to live? How do you want to expect them to live? Like today, you find this tax organization, whatever, they hold on to this small fish people who are selling water on the street. They have their little frame, they're selling clothes and they're selling food. But you know what Magufuli did when he was president? He went after big fish. He went after those foreign companies that are doing mining here that they've not been paying tax for over 20, 30, 40 years. He went over them. And that's why all of a sudden the country had a lot of money, because he went over them. He went over leaders. He went over all these guys who were actually running the economy. He went after them to take tax away from them for the sake of common mwananchi. But today you go after common mwananchi. You know, it surprised me if you go after common mwananchi and then at the same time your government is full of corruption. Second, you overspend money all the time. We spoke here about the trip that went to United States a couple days ago. The flight that it was borrowed over $1 million US. It was one or something like that. Man, this is a lot of money. And then at the same time, you come back to your country to impose more taxes on even basic needs or things that they're really needed for our women and our people, and then you do that, man. So what do you expect people to react? At least let us see the change. I mean, if you tax more, then at least do more for people to see that, okay, you know what? We actually see what you're doing with the country. So we understand people. That's what Africans need. But nothing has been done, and then you tax more people. You take money away from them. You're rich. You can handle yourself. You can do whatever you want to do anytime because you have a lot of money. You're rich, and you leave the country. What about the common mwananchi? And then you come, you give speech, you address nothing about that. This is the leadership we have. My brother.
Because that's, sorry, go ahead.
No. Please, go aheid. My brother, I'm going to bring you in very soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Other people are waiting.
No.
No, I was going to say, they don't care about the African people. Like, if you even look at the former president of Senegal, this man luckily was voted out instead of being overthrown. And you know what this man went to do after? This man gonna go work for the French government now. France. He's working for the French government now after he finished being the president of Senegal. Tell me if that doesn't sound suspicious to you. How does the president of a former country end up going to work for the former imperialist country after he loses his position? That means he was working for them all the time, right? And but trust me, people like they don't understand our generation, man. They don't understand our generation. I'm telling you that for sure, because it's like back home they say pressure bust pipe or make water go uphill. So the pressure busting the pipe in Kenya right now. That's why even after 3 people got killed, they're still out on the street. I mean, probably not 3, like 10 people, but probably even more now that we haven't heard about. People dying, but people still out there because people are frustrated. They're frustrated. They're being terrorized by these international institutions. Right now, it's those Bretton Woods institutions that own Africa right now. You know, if you look at the only places that doesn't owe the IMF anything is, I think, it's Eritrea and 2 other countries. Rather than that, they own Africa, man. They own Africa. So, as I told you, they need to be. First, they need to be a revolution. Then they need to be the maintenance of that revolution. Revolution never ends. That's the thing about revolution. It never ends. Because from the time it ends, then you lose everything you gain, no matter how long it took.
Yeah.
But that's all I gotta say, brother. I'll leave this space for some other people to come to, and man, stay safe out there, man. All your Kenyans, and all the brethren who are in Africa. We would love to be in Africa as well, but as you guys know, it's very hard for Africans outside of Africa to get into Africa and to move around Africa. It's more easy for the Europeans to do that. But yeah, until they delete those borders and they form some kind of real union, not this garbage African Union thing they have going on here, nothing will change. Nothing will change. Kwame Nkrumah turning in his grave right now.
Yeah. My brother, I appreciate you, Architect. You shared a lot of facts here, and I appreciate you, man, for your voice. Thank you so much.
No problem, brother. We'll talk soon.
All right. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna have my last guest for today as well. Trash Can Animals from San Francisco. How are you? Yeah, I think I will hear first to mention if it is Madam. How are you? Welcome to the show.
How you doing, brother?
Oh yes, my brother. Yeah, man. I would like to hear. I would like to hear your voice, man, on the speech that President Ruto gave, and your opinion on the situation that is happening in Kenya. Yeah, welcome, and thank you for waiting.
Oh, no problem. I'm gonna start off with some facts. I'm a stolen African stuck behind the wrong side of the barricade right now. I've been in the process of trying to get back home to the continent for the past 2 years, and I'm getting close. Kenya, I'm gonna get to the speech question, but Kenya was one place I was looking at. Even though I know that on my mother's side, I'm Nigerian, I'm Yoruba and Hausa, and on my father's side, I'm Gabonese and I'm from the Gola people. I know that. But look at the governments. So I'm trying to find a place to land. So I said, well, maybe Kenya. You know, I come from a technology place. And Kenya, Ruto, is just Bill Clinton with a tan. It's sad. I heard part of his speech. Everyone always let's deal with some facts. Everyone wants peace. No place on this world was ever settled by peace. No border was drawn with peace. If you fall for that, you'll get a permit to protest in a soccer stadium 20 miles from where you need to be. That does nothing for you. The reason this generation from 25 years old to a 13-year-old, you have nothing in the future. You know that now. The generations before you have taken everything. And colonization has taken everything from them. So the ones that are bubble to the top of this dirty water are trying to hold on for their family. Ruto's working for Ruto. And the cabinet below him, they're working for their families. Everyone's just trying to grab a piece of floating wood as the ship sinks. And they are managers. Now, look at Burkina Faso, look at Mali, look at Nigeria. I've been watching this continent for the past 2 years on YouTube. My sleep schedule has me watching everything. I don't watch any local news. My local news is from my home, the continent. I watch KTV. I watch Morning Rising in Nigeria. I watch all the channels I can to figure out what the hell is going on, because we don't get it here. So again, with his speech was nothing. He was told to be a strong man. Well, the strong man came and got a bag. He got a bag when he came here. Mark my words, he has an account somewhere waiting for him. And that account is not, it's in Europe. It's probably in Zurich. It's waiting for him. Strategically, I want young people to know, embassies are nothing but an outlet for spies. That's what they're there for. When you have an embassy, why can't the embassy be a 2-level building? Why does the embassy have to be a compound? That embassy is an outlet to see what's going on in your country.
Yeah.
An embassy is a nice base with better toilets. That's it. These bases have to go. They have to go. The borders have to go. Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have the right idea. I wouldn't be surprised if those countries merge after a while, and there's one country. That's the problem. 25-year-olds to 13-year-olds, there's nothing for you. So when you burn something down, it's not yours to begin with. South Africa is going to have an issue. Look at South Africa. Cyril is just another manager. He's willing to work with literally the DA party. The DA party can't wait to get that country back. Let the DA party go in collaborations with him. Cyril Ramaphosa will be found guilty of some kind of corruption, of course. He'll be gone, and the new president will be a DA president. If I ever see a white president in charge of South Africa again, it's over. The country will burn. If we can't live in peace, then burn it. And that's a bad thing to say. I'm sorry. I hope China doesn't get struck. But if you look at history, when the Romans wanted something, they took it by force. If England's been all over this world. England has been a virus. So the money that's owed by the IMF to the IMF, have England pay the bill. They stole everything else. They have your grandfather or your grandmother's head in a museum. All the jewels, all the gold. They have not one gold mine in that little dirty country. I'm sorry, not the country, the government. They have no gold mines there. They have no cocoa there. They have no sugar there. It's cold and it's wet. That's it. That family plays dress up and people believe it. They have your money. Send the bill to them. Send the bill to England. England has a lot to pay for. Look at your map. They're surrounding everything and everybody. You have Israel. That's nothing but the U.S. You have Rwanda. They're going to become the new open-air jail. Send us all the people you don't want, and we'll house them in camps. I don't have quotes up. You can put you can put another name in front of that camp, a concentration camp to house the people we don't want to see. Policing is a European invention. Africans never had police; they had communities. Policing is European. Europeans know it's class. It's not about race. There's no such thing as race. We're all humans. No, everyone. We have more melanin. The sun loves us. They have less melanin. The sun will kill them. They still have a little melanin. They have freckles. We're a human race. It's class. Yeah. It's about 20 people that own everything in this world. 20 families that own everything in this world. That's the problem. And I want the young people. I'm too old to be out there with you. We need to support them. Give them water. Give them shelter, help them get away. The soldiers who are shooting, you live in the same communities. Like the architect said, they might come from different places, but if they're taxing you, you're not making more than what the average person on the street is selling water. So they're fighting for you and you're shooting them. So we have to unite. You know, it's the same story over and over again. All these drawn up borders, and like I should have told you, I'm a stolen African, and I should have told you that from the present day borders, that's where I'm from. The present day borders. But I'm still a Yoruba, I'm still a Hausa, and I'm still a Gola. I don't care what the name of the country is.
Yeah.
and I am coming home, and more people like me are coming home.
Yeah.
And again, everybody, we just have to. These leaders have to go away. They have to stop. You know, they think Gucci is what you're supposed to be wearing when you should have on your cloth that your mama made in the community. Is those brands are nothing but brands that they put on us when we got here. Stop wearing brands. It's a lot going on with us. And the young people see it, because young people are always the future. You see children crossing the street, younger than you, move out. They're your future. That's the way we should respect it. Yes, listen to elders, but children are the future, no matter what. You decided that building doesn't need to stand anymore, it's gone, right? I'm sorry, but it's gone. I don't want to see nobody get shot. People don't listen to nice stuff. People don't listen to reason. People don't understand that if you're taxing bread, which is the most solemn thing anyone in this world can have, bread and water, you can't get that now? So, yeah, I'm angry. I'm coming home with the same anger. I'll be there soon. That's it.
Wow. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much for your voice, and welcome home. You're right here. And please, kindly, if you wouldn't mind, to share with me your contact in the private, because we have private chat. You know, I would love to stay connected. And thank you so much for your voice and for your thoughts. And yeah, whenever you're ready to come in the continent, you know, we'll be right here ready for you. So please share with me that perhaps we could keep in touch in coming days and have more conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So much. I got that.
Hey,
Thank
be
you
safe.
so much.
Everybody be safe.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You too, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wow. You know, guys, this is one of the reasons why I said before that Africa is one big family with 55 different children, 54 countries in the continent, and one diaspora all across the world. Because from very early stage, and we have a lot of people here. I just spoke to BJ. We have my brother Reggie right here watching us in the family. So many. We have Felicia, we have Cherie. You know, we have a lot of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. And I am fortunate enough, when we started this mission, they were always here talking. And that's when I came to realize that not only Africans that love this continent, but also brothers who, most of them, they have never even been here in the continent because of whatever reason that happened in the past, because we sold them, because you abandoned them, and all this stuff. They fight so hard. Last week I was doing here a live stream, and one person commented, he said, I've been wanting to come back in the continent ever since I was 2 years old, and now I'm 60. I need to make a move right now back in the continent. When you get a chance to listen and to hear the effort, and I'll tell you, this is the truth, man. A lot of people who knows the history of Africa before colonization are African descendants, a diaspora, not Africans in the continent. And that's why we do decolonization of the mind, because our people here, we don't really learn about our history. And I'll say this, the truth, to be honest, when you go even on the internet, for example, today I was just trying to search the history of my country where I'm living right now. I was searching the history of Tanzania before colonization. There's nothing. There's nothing. The only thing I see is Bronze Age, Stone Age, whatever age, Iron Age. That's the only thing I see. There's nothing, no details. There's one website, government website, that it actually shows a little bit of that. That website cannot be opened. You cannot find information unless if you find books, old books that were written because I don't want to write. I don't want to read the books that were written by white people, about the continent. I don't trust that. So I was searching even these old book to find. I find nothing. There's no history of, like, it's dark. It's dark. Most of our countries, when you say the history before colonization, it's dark. You can't find nothing there. I don't know about Kenya, but I was searching today, Tanzania, and I found nothing. I literally found nothing. I don't even know, like, because it used to be called Tanganyika before Tanzania. I don't even know where Tanganyika came from. I have no idea. It's nothing. That's not what we learn in the class. I don't know about your countries, guys, but most of countries in here, it's like that. But then I came to realize, because I came to realize this through my Facebook page. In my Facebook page, I have so many African descendants are following there. And all the time when we post the facts about Africa, these people, when you go, you read, I see a lot of comments, like thousands of comments just talking about Africa. These people are studying, are learning, are going to school, everything they can. They want knowledge so bad to know about their ancestral land. And we in the continent, most of us, we don't even know. You don't even know. And so this just reminded, while I was listening here to my brother here, it's fact, 100%. It's fact. We have something to do in the continent. People in the continent, we have something to do. Because if we want our people to come back in the land, then we need to do something. And kudos. We always speak here about Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. I believe this country will come to join their forces, because right now they have that an agreement. So they're basically one. They're basically one, I believe. But we have something to do. The only thing that we can make up. I remember I came here, I spoke when we were doing a video of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the president of Uganda, when he was apologizing for selling our people away. We came here and we spoke. That's when we started this mission of, one passport and visa free. And by the way, guys, if you did not sign up that petition, please go ahead and sign. The link is in the description for the petition for the one passport, the petition for the actually African Union passport. That means our brothers and sisters will get those passports. And I would say it was like, okay, if we really apologize and if we're really sorry about what has happened in the past, then we gotta prepare this home for them. We cannot apologize while we're not welcoming them home, or we cannot apologize while these things are happening in home. And then they're like, you know what? I'm struggling here in the West already, and then I'm going back home, and then these are kind of things that are happening. People are being killed by their own police. You say something very important that I did not mention in the, before, that you as a police, you're actually killing someone who is standing for you, because as a police, you took an oath to defend your country no matter what. So even if your leader is screwing up, you're not gonna be able to do anything. You keep defending him. But the people, they're stepping out to fight for you as well, and you're killing your people. Come on, man. And this is what I don't know. I don't know what we think sometimes. Yes, okay, you took an oath to defend your country. You can defend your country without killing people. As simple as that. But you are showing us what violence really means. And then you want people not to use violence. You kill them. You kill them because they're traitors, because they're treason, because of their treason acts, because they're criminal. And then you want peace. I know, man. I know. This video might not be allowed to go to Kenya again, but it is what it is, man. You gotta say the same way. The same way. It is what it is. No matter what happens, man. No matter what happens. But now it's the time. Now I think you guys understand when we say all the time, one Africa, one Africa, one Africa right now, one Africa, one Africa, one Africa right now. This is what we're talking about. Because these people can hold them accountable if we have that one Africa. You're not God. You're a leader, and a leader who is chosen by the people. You're not ordained. No, you are chosen. People, they chose you. They voted for you. And not 100%. Not 100%, guys. Little bit above 50%. That means that half of the country, they did not vote for you. You forgot that? What the people want? Tell me if I'm saying, if what I'm saying right now is wrong, please, you can stone me. Nearly half people did not vote for you. And you don't do what they want. What do you expect? What do you expect? Just because you are elected democratically by 50% or whatsoever, you become a president. Don't forget that the majority of people did not vote for you. And they did not vote for you for a reason. And you proved them right now because of what is happening. You think it's going to be a second term? No, I'm telling you, man. I don't see the second term happening unless, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not a prophet, but the things that you just see the patterns, and then you can see where it's going. I'm telling you, people are fed up. People are tired. Young Africans, we are tired. And I'm telling you, it's time for work. You're tired. I mean, I'm looking at these young people, they have everything to lose, but they don't care. They just go out and to fight. Like, you know what, we're going to stand for our country. And as a result, majority of our people are dying. So, guys, I don't know, man. Oh, man. All right, guys. I mean, I did not pray today when we started this session. All we can do, man, can pray for, for peace. We had a conversation here, and I know some of you think I'm out of my mind praying for the peace, but I do this because, man, I don't know it all. I don't understand everything. All right, I don't know it all. I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. I don't know it all. And when it comes to that point, I just know that, man, God, you know it all. So the best thing I can do is to pray for the peace of my people. Because today, this is what happened. You don't know tomorrow what is going to happen. And we don't wish for anything bad to happen. We pray for the peace of Kenya, peace of the people of Kenya, and wisdom for these leaders, at least, man, to make the right decisions, man. So right before I pray, please drop your prayers in the comment section. I love all of us in the spirit of One Africa to hold our hands together in the spirit and to pray for Kenya right now. All right, that's what we can do, and that will be the end note of this. Pray for the peace, pray for the comfort of all the families that lost their babies, because these babies, man, they're young people. Their lives were cut short by the police. And we gotta pray for their families, man. And this situation, man, this crazy situation that is happening in Kenya, man, it's not. Guys, last time I did live stream here, I was in Ethiopia. I barely do live stream these days. And this issue in Kenya started a week ago. I did not do any video about this. No live stream, no nothing. And they were doing protesting and everything. I did nothing because, man, the things that sometimes I just ignore them, because these things are disturbing Africans, not only us. A lot of you guys, you lose sleep. Right now, where we are right now, it's 10, 20, 25, but sometimes it's 3 a.m. I know my brother Reggie, all the time he join, it's 5 a.m. in the morning in the United States. Sometimes it's 4 a.m. and some other parts of the world. Why? Because we care for this continent, So when those things are happening, man, I kind of like I just close my eyes, man. I'm like, all right, I don't want this to bother me right now, because there's a lot of things we have on the table right now, the court thing and everything. So it's a lot of things. So I just blindfolded, and I did not want to do anything. But here we are, man. So when we do these things, we're not happy to do these things, man. Not happy to do this thing, talk about this stuff. No, we don't want to every time, all the time, to talk about these things. That's why I love when I go to other countries, because I just get to talk about those countries and the history of those countries and all these great things, and not all this negativity, because this is what you see all over the media all the time. But thank God for the guests who came here today, because you talk nothing but positive stuff. And that's what we wish for this continent. So please drop the prayer in the comment section. We're going to pray right now for this country. God, I thank you for Kenya. And I want to thank you, God, for this nation, for the young people who step out to stand on their ground, God, to just defend the country, to defend their lives, their people, their families, and to express what they need and what they want to see in their countries happening. God, unfortunately, we have our brothers and sisters who have been shot and killed. Some of them have been bad injured. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't know. That's the future. But we are hopefully and grateful because you're already there. Time does not exist in your hand, but we are living in this timeline. So we just pray that God, the peace, the shalom of Christ that surpasses all understanding for the people of Kenya and for this nation of Kenya, the wisdom that you're going to grant to the leadership of Kenya to do what is right, to do what is right, to do what is right, because good is not good enough anymore. We need leaders who will make the right decision at the right time to save the lives of our people. So I pray for that wisdom. And I pray for those families that the member of the families have been killed because of this protest, God. I've seen footage of people laying down, the brain down on the street, on the floor, killed, shot right away. And I cannot imagine their families, what they're going through right now. The mourning, I cannot imagine. Because they're all healthy, they step outside to fight for the country, and therefore this is the price. God, I pray for shalom to them. Shalom to them. As we're going to see another bright day, let it be the new hope for Kenya. Let it be the new beginning for Kenya. Let it be the new peace in Kenya. God, let the peace prevail in your precious name. Let the peace prevail. God, I know you love this country and you love the people of this country. Nothing that the devil has planned will be fulfilled in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. I pray for that shalom that surpasses understanding in this country. This country shall prevail. This country will stand tall. This country, God, it's not going to be the same. Tomorrow we're going to wake up with great news because, God, you're in control. You're in control. You're in control. We want to see change. Change in our countries. Change in our leaderships. Change in our development. Change in our policies. Change in our continent. And God, we pray for that wisdom and pray for our people, God. For the people of Kenya, God, I know you're with them. Protect, keep them safe, stand with them. As they keep demonstrating, we pray for that peace, God. We pray for the consciousness, God, to all those police, God, to know what they're there, not to kill the people, but to save, to protect, actually, to protect the people. So God, I thank you, and I glorify your name. Thank you for all these things in your precious name, Christ, we pray and receive. Amen. 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 Our brothers and sisters in Kenya, Kenyans all across the world, you all know we are standing with you. If one country is not at peace, then the entire continent is not at peace. It's not at peace. That's our slogan. That's what we go with. When we say One Africa, we mean it. So we're with you. And as you can see, people are agreeing with this prayer. And yeah, I think it's about time. I said this the other day. I think we need to bring back the prayer session on Friday. I think we need to bring back because, yeah, I think this is a wake-up call. We need to bring back. Things have been all over the place, so we haven't been having those push Friday, but pray until something happen. But we're gonna, yeah, yeah. I hope, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a time to bring that. It's a time to bring that. So I want to appreciate all the guests that I had here today. I want to appreciate all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you haven't liked this video, please do so. And we actually just released, as we were doing this live stream a long time ago, we released the video. These are live footage from our family on the ground. We released 27 minutes ago. That video is already on YouTube, and go and check it out what actually is happening, and let us know in the comment section. I asked a couple questions there, guys. Help us out. I want to appreciate all the members in this family. Because of you guys, you're able to continue to run what we do. Members here on YouTube, members on Patreon, members on TikTok, and all other platforms. We want to appreciate you. So thank you so much for standing with us. If you want to be part of that, the links are in the description for Patreon. The links are description for membership, and also for PayPal. If you don't want to be a member just once, you can use those links in the description. For those guys who are signing up for the passport and for the petition that we have, the link is in the comments. In the description as well. Petition. Keep on signing that. We want one Africa now. Generation one Africa right now. So it's very important, guys, to see you guys signing. Please, before you sign that petition, read and then sign and then share with somebody. It's very important. We need as many signatures as we can. All right. So I want to appreciate everybody who stepped in here today. All the lovers and all the haters. God bless you. We thank you. In Kenya, we are standing with you. Thank you for people on X for joining. We had a lot of people joining us on X. And here today on YouTube, we had a lot of people as well watching us here on X until right now. 140 people watching us right now on X. And here on YouTube, we had, the last time I checked, it was 69 people watching us. And on Instagram as well, a couple people watching us there. Prayer is very important, but this was expected to come when the leaders don't keep up their end terms. Exactly, brother. And that's why we had a conversation here, and we end up with prayer, because this prayer, man, is for God to give wisdom these leaders to do what they're supposed to do what is right for their people. But also we're praying for our people. The families that lost their friends and their people and everything. Oh, and also I forgot. Let me just raise a word of prayer for our brothers and sisters in this community who are struggling. We have our sister who have been battling cancer for a while. I was having conversation with her the other day, and let's just keep them in prayer. So if you're here and also you're struggling, you're battling with anything, I just lost one of my very close friends a couple of days ago because of that, and I think it was also a wake-up call. Because when you lose someone very close, dear to you, that you have been talking almost all the time, and just all of a sudden you just get a news and you cannot even be there, then you know that this is real as well. So yeah, I just want to pray for our sister who is battling cancer here in the family. She's part of the family. She has been battling for some time right now. We keep her in your hands, God. Or the treatment that she's going through, I pray that it will be effective. And most importantly, I pray that you will keep her safe. She will come victorious. She'll come victorious. That she's battling that cancer, she'll become victorious in Jesus' name. And not only that, for everybody who is battling, struggling, and sick, God, I pray that your mighty hand will touch them tonight. Not because I pray, but because you already planned to do it. And we're not the one who does it, you are doing it. So we praise you, we thank you, and we receive with thanksgiving. Thank you, God. Amen. 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 So wishing all the best. Guys, the best thing we can do is to pray for one another sometimes. If you don't know what to do, pray. If you know what to do, pray. That should be our daily act. So keep praying. We have our people here in the family. Their family, they've been supporting us. They've been with us from the beginning. They're battling and struggling. Cancer, some people financial situations, some people jobs, some people a lot of things. So let's keep praying for one another. You know, we're gonna bring back those prayer on Friday. We need to. To the people of Kenya, Reggie, to the people of Kenya, we stand with you. One Africa right now. Yes. So you just know that you're not alone. We're standing with you and we're here for you and we're here with you. Your struggle is my struggle. Ubuntu spirit. Whatever you go through, we are going through together. And so even tomorrow, with the grace of God, we might come back here and do another stream about everything that is happening. And you guys are welcome as well to join, to raise your voice and to do all this kind of stuff. Once again, I appreciate, guys. Thank you very, 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 very much. I appreciate you for the love, for the support, and for tuning in. For the team you see in the comment section, they have a kind of like different color. I appreciate you guys for being here, sticking here around with me. I appreciate for every single one of you. It means a lot to have you guys here and to hear your voice and to hear your opinion. And for those messages that I did not get chance to read to, I love you guys. Thank you, guests and everybody. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Love.